without your sound, and nothing felt as bound. I try to hold the spots you stayed. After you went quiet, the world fell out of sight. The colors lost their fight, and nothing turned out right. After you went quiet, I fade into the night. Your shadow lingers on the door, a shape I can't ignore. After you went quiet, I fade into the night. Maybe love can't always stay, no matter what we pray. After you went quiet, my heart lost all its light. Though I still try to write, you're gone beyond the night. After you went quiet, I fade into the night. After you went quiet, you found me in a fragile place and brought a calm across my face. You didn't speak a single line, yet everything aligned. Your presence slowly made me see a future meant to be. Into your light I fall, where shadows lose their call. You lift the drifting wall and catch me through it all. Into your light I fall, you're where my heart stands tall. You hold the parts I try to hide, a subtle truth I can't divide. You turn the fading days around with just a simple sound. You bring a hope that feels so clear whenever you are near. Into your light I fall, where shadows lose their call. You lift the drifting wall and catch me through it all. Into your light I fall, you're where my heart stands tall. Maybe love arrives this slow, so we can truly grow. Into your light I fall, a love that stands through all. No matter what may stall, you're where my heart recalls. You're where my heart recalls. A pale shade spills across the sky. the kind that asks no reason why. You breathe a thought you never say, yet somehow guide my way. Your presence drifts along the haze, unfolding through these days. When the night lets go, your colors start to show a calm that feels so new, pulls me back to you. We trace the hours we used to keep, then let the final shadows sleep. Your touch, your eyes without a claim, yet still it shapes my name. A rising glow begins to grow, a truth I start to know. When the night lets go, your colors start to show a calm that feels so new, pulls me back to you. Maybe love reveals its face when night begins to erase. When the night lets go, our colors gently flow through shifting dawn's tableau. The night has let us go. The world turns slow beside your name, a quiet spark without a flame. I feel the pull, you never speak, a steady rise that's calm and deep. Your presence leans a little near, a truth I start to hear. All the words I almost said drift like shades inside my head. Still I stay instead, close to what we tread.
Dari yang kemarin
Itu
tes ya.
coba cek. Kalau semuanya cek 1 2 cek 1 2 itu Bapak.
Kita sudah nota.
Tapi ada suara ya. Kita cek Indonesia Raya dulu. Ini spotlight masih di aku ya. Spotlight masih di aku. Kita cek suara Indonesia Raya. 3 2 1. Sekarang ada nggak?
Ada.
Gedein coba.
Kalau gini udah ada suara ini. Iya,
Nggak ada.
udah ada suara Indonesia lain.
Mana ya? Oke, sekarang udah ada yang double. Ica sekali lagi.
Tes.
Spotlight Ica.
Tes. Kalau gimana ya sih? Berarti aku replace kan?
Udah? Ya replace. Udah?
Udah. Kalau YouTube-nya itu di translate itu gimana dia bertransaksi di orang dari
Udah.
itu yang YouTube. Enggak dari Mbak Isi. Baca om itu.
Ooh, 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 oh, oh. The room is quiet but not complete. Your laughter lingers in the sheets. The morning light feels cold and white without your voice here by my side. I tell myself I'm doing fine, but truth is something hard to find. The world goes on, but I still stay inside the words I didn't say. I still need you like the air I breathe, through the highs, the lows, the in-between. Even when the years have passed, you're the first, you're the last. Oh, 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 I see your face in passing trains, in every drop of autumn rain. And though the crowd keeps moving through, my heart still stops remembering you. I thought that love could fade with time, but you still live in every line. You taught me hope, you taught me pain, and both still whisper your name. I still need you like the air I breathe, through the highs, the lows, the in-between. Even when the years have passed, you're the first, you're the last. If I could find you one more time, I'd say the things I kept inside. No pride, no fear, no words untrue, just three. I need you. I still need you like the air I breathe, through the highs, the lows, the in-between. Even when the years have passed, you're the first, you're the last. You left a trace along the floor, a fading breath that said no more. The day grew pale without your sound, and nothing felt as bound. I tried to hold the spots you stayed, but all of them decayed. After you went quiet, the world fell out of sight. The colors lost their fight, and nothing turned out right. After you went quiet, I fade into the night. Your shadow lingers on the door, a shape I can't ignore. You said you needed space to breathe, and now I only grieve. I thought the silence might bring peace, but it won't ever cease. So after you went quiet, the world fell out of sight. The colors lost their fight, and nothing turned out right. After you went quiet, I fade into the night. Maybe love can't always stay, no matter what we pray. After you went quiet, my heart lost all its light. Though I still try to write, you're gone beyond the night. After you went quiet, I fade into the night. After you went quiet. You found me in a fragile place and brought a calm across my face. You didn't speak a single line, yet everything aligned. Your presence slowly made me see a future meant to be. Into your light I fall, where shadows lose their call. You lift the drifting wall and catch me through it all. Into your light I fall. You're where my heart stands tall. You hold the parts I try to hide, a subtle truth I can't divide. You turn the fading days around with just a simple sound. You bring a hope that feels so clear whenever you are near. Into your light I fall, where shadows lose their call. You lift the drifting wall and catch me through it all. Into your light I fall. You're where my heart stands tall. Maybe love arrives this soon, so we can truly grow. Into your light I fall, a love that stands through all. No matter what may stall, you're where my heart recalls. You're where my heart recalls. A pale shade spills across the sky, the kind that asks no reason why. You breathe a thought you never say, yet somehow guide my way. Your presence drifts along the haze, unfolding through these days. When the night lets go, your colors start to show, a calm that feels so new, pulls me back to you. We trace the hours we used to keep, then let the final shadows sleep. to touch your eyes without a claim, yet still it shapes my name. A rising glow begins to grow, a truth I start to know. When the night lets go, your colors start to show, a calm that feels so new, pulls me back to you. Maybe love reveals its face when night begins to erase. When the night lets go, our colors gently flow through shifting dawn's tableau. The night has let us go. The world turns slow beside your name, a quiet spark without a flame. I feel the pull, you never speak, a steady rise that's calm and deep. Your presence leans a little near, a truth I start to hear. All the words I almost said drift like shades inside my head. Still I stay instead, close to what we tread. Your laughter curls around the space, a quiet glow across your face. We talk of things that fade away, yet find a place where feelings stay. A tender gravity so clear, drawing me right here. All the words I almost said drift like shades inside my head. Still I stay instead, close to what we tread. Maybe love begins in lines we never say but still define. All the words I almost said lead me where your steps have led. Soft as threads we spread, the things we almost said. Every step feels light and rare, like a secret just for two. All my thoughts come back to you. You're always near, inside my chest. In the calm you let me rest. Even when the world feels far, you're always near. Your laughter lives inside my mind in a way that feels aligned. Nothing loud, nothing fast, just a feeling made to last. You're always near, inside my chest. In the calm you let me rest. Even when the world feels far, you're always near. If the days go rushing by, your quiet keeps me high. I don't need a different view, everything is you. You're always near, soft and bright in my heart and in my side. Every moment, you're always near. You're always near. And I feel you here. And I feel you here.
I think you noticed yesterday the way I looked at you. I turned away too quickly like I always do. But every time you say my name, I feel that little rush. And suddenly I understand what people mean by crush. I don't wanna hide it, I don't wanna pretend. I got a crush on you, and I don't know what to do. Every little thing you say makes my whole day new. I got a crush on you, and it's coming through. Every time you smile, I fall for you. We talk about the simple things, but I'm reading in between. Every tiny glance you give feels like a scene. I don't need a perfect line, I don't need a clue. If this is what it feels like, I'm into you. Well, I'm not gonna fight it, I'm not gonna run. I got a crush on you, and I don't know what to do. Every little thing you say makes my whole day new. I got a crush, and it's coming through. Every time I smile, I fall for you. Maybe it's obvious, maybe it's clear. I'm not scared, I want you near.
You say I glow a little brighter when you're next to me, like you turn up all the colors in my reality. I never knew my heartbeat could dance like this, till you leaned in closer and stole a kiss. I don't know what you do, but you do it right. You make me shine like summer in July. Every little touch sets off fireworks inside. I don't wanna hide, I don't wanna play it shy. You make me shine. You make me shine. We're running through the city like we own the night. Every street light flickers when you hold me tight. You laugh and pull me closer like I'm your favorite song, and suddenly the whole world sings along. Every time you're near, everything feels clear. You make me shine like summer in July. Every little touch sets off fireworks inside. I don't wanna hide, I don't wanna play it shy. You make me shine. Ooh, maybe it's the way you say my name, like I'm the only one in the frame. You make me shine brighter every day. Every little look takes my breath away.
Good morning, Miss Jessie.
By the window frames the golden hue. I find my calm when I'm with you. A gentle peace, the night begins, but still the glow remains within. Every second feels so clear, with the evening drawing near. In the fading light, love feels warm tonight. Through the ember sky, disappear, I will hold you near. In the fading light, love feels warm tonight. Through the amber sky, time is passing by. Time is passing by.
You look at me like you already know every secret I never show. The room disappears when you smile. I forget where I am for a while. I was never good with signs till your silence spoke in mine. I get lost in your eyes every time you're close, like the truth is hiding there. And I almost know you don't promise, you don't rush, no, Still your presence feels like trust, Every word you never say pulls me deeper anyway. I don't need a perfect plan, just the way you understand. I get lost in your eyes, in the space between. Every doubt just falls apart when you look at me. If I'm falling, let it be somewhere you can see. I get lost in your eyes, and I don't wanna be found. If this is where love begins, I'm staying now. Oh, oh. We've had our quiet mornings, coffee in the light. You reading by the window, me pretending I'm alright. But when you look up suddenly and catch me staring back, I feel that little spark again. No, it hasn't faded yet. After all this time, you still surprise my heart. I still get butterflies every time you smile, like we're at the very start. Even after all this while, it's steady, it's true, but it still feels brand new. I still get butterflies with you. You know the way I overthink, the way I lose my ground. You don't try to fix it, you just sit around. And when you reach across the space between the couch and me, it's like the first night all over again. You see, I didn't think love could feel this deep in light. I still get butterflies every time you
Recording in progress.
Okay, a very good morning, ladies and gentlemen. The Honorable Vice Rector of Academic Affairs and Strategic Planning of Telkom University, Mr. Parman Soekaro, PhD. Our esteemed speaker for today, Associate Professor Maria Jacinta, MHR, and PhD, Associate Professor of Daikin Lancaster, Indonesia. And Mr. Arif Suseno, AI National Skill Director, Microsoft Indonesia. Audience Directors and Head of Study Program of Telkom University. And of course, our wonderful participant today. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Shalom, Om Swastiastu, Namo Buddhaya, Salam Kebajikan. We are absolutely delighted to have each and every one of you here with us today. Thank you for being here this morning. My name is YTDown, and it's my pleasure to guide you through today's program. And welcome to International Webinar Sustainable Impact in Teaching and Learning through Pentahelix Collaboration. Now we'd love to share something exciting with all of you. Today is actually part of much bigger journey, Impact Edu 2026 by Telkom University. It's a Pentahelix platform built to bring together 5 key pillars: academic, government, industry, communities, and media. And the excitement doesn't stop here. Impact Edu 2026 comes with a full lineup of amazing events, including international conference, innovation showcase, InnoSpare Hackathon, and the launch of TeluX, Telkom University's brand new innovative learning platform. Ladies and gentlemen, this webinar is the official kickoff of Impact Edu 2026, organized by Telkom University in collaboration with LLDT Region 4, West Java. And with that, with great joy and pride, that we officially declare the series of Impact Edu 2026 event is open. And here's something you don't want to miss. At the end of today's event, we'll be sharing important information about all the series of events we just mentioned before. So please stick around and join us until the very end. Now, to officially open our gathering this morning, let us begin by singing Indonesian national anthem, Indonesia Raya. We kindly ask all participants to please turn on your camera and sit upright. Okay. Moving on to our next agenda, we are honored to invite Mr. Parman Soekarno, PhD, Vice Rector of Academic Affairs and Strategic Planning of Telkom University, to deliver his welcoming speech. Please welcome to Mr. Parman Soekarno, PhD.
Okay. So, can you hear my voice?
Yes, Mr.
Okay. So, good morning, everyone. First of all, I would like to welcome the distinguished speakers for today's event. So, good morning to Associate Professor Maria Jacinta. Thank you for being here, Jacinta. So, looking forward to have your insight about this topic. Thank you very much. And also, I would like to welcome Pak Arif Suseno. Bu Maria is the associate professor at the Deakin Lancaster Indonesia University. I think she will bring a topic about bridging local relevancy and global standard through outcome-based education in TNE, yeah, transnational higher educations. And Pak Arif is the AI Skills Director for Indonesia. The AI Skill Director Microsoft, yeah, for Indonesia. He will deliver the talk about empowering higher education through AI and industry collaboration. So, everyone, thank you for attending this seminar. I do hope that you can get uh, many insights from the speakers. So feel free to participate in the discussion session. The idea of this event is actually to have share commitment uh, in order to advance higher educations and also the meaningful collaboration. So as you know that at the moment higher educations universities are facing significant challenge. For example, technological disruptions, yeah, AI and so on. And we see that there is an evolving workforce demands, also increasing expectations for graduate relevancy and employability. So as you may know that the national accreditations also has moved to more to the outcome of the graduate, which is the relevancy and the employability. So I hope that this Impact Edu event will establish as a collaborative forum and platform to address this challenge, yeah, through collective engagements and cross-sector partnerships. So if you see the uh, what is it? The theme of the event is the impact. It lies actually at the heart of this initiative. Yeah, it means the education should not only strive for quality, but also create meaningful and measurable benefits, especially for our children, our students, institutions, and also to the society. So that's the background of the Impact Edu. So we position the Impact Edu as the integral part of the university strategic direction. And I do hope it will demonstrate its alignment with the key strategic priorities, such as academic excellency, learning transformations, sustainability, and cross-sector collaborations. We also reinforce the institutions, not only Telkom universities, but all the university partners to making impact. So not just finish or end at the output, but also more to the impact as the key indicator of the success. So I hope that again this forum, this Impact Edu forum, will be a platform for sharing ideas, uh, generating practical solutions across faculties, institutions, and external stakeholders. I would like to also highlight the expected outcomes of this Impact Edu event. So this is part of the biggest or largest event. Uh, uh, what is it? The main event will be in September. So we do hope that this serial event, as part of the uh, complete Impact Edu, will have several outcomes, such as we encourage that the forum to serve as the forum for collaborations, exchanging ideas, and developing productive partnerships. We do hope that the outcomes of this event are translated into concrete programs to be implemented rather than remaining solely at this discussion stage. So, and last, we do hope that this event will foster a spirit of collaborations among us. I think that's what I would like to say. Once again, I do hope that this event will be a wonderful event for all of you to make impact in the future. So thank you for coming to all speakers, Bu Jacinta and Pak Arif, and also to all participants. Very good morning. So I uh, conclude this talk. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Okay, Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you to Mr. Parman Soekarno, PhD, for the wonderful welcoming speech. Now, before we move on to our main session today, we have a special moment first, a group photo session. We kindly invite Mr. Parman Soekarno, Ms. Maria Jacinta as our speaker today, and Mr. Tora Fahrudin as Director of Academic Directorate to please turn on your camera first. Okay. Okay, ready. Okay, on the count of three. 1, 2, 3. Okay, now we also love to have a photo session with all of our wonderful participants today. To all participants on slide 1, please turn on your camera first. Okay, on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, next. To all participants on slide 2. 1, 2, 3. So the last and to all participants on slide 3. On the count of three. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Okay, thank you so much for everyone. What a wonderful group we have today. At this point, we would like to extend our gratitude, Vice Rector. Okay, if you have another commitment or agenda. So, all right, everyone. We are now moving into the highlight of today's event. Is our keynote session. It is our greatest honor and privilege to welcome our first keynote speaker, Associate Professor Maria Jacinta Arquisola, MHRM PhD, and she will be sharing her insight on the topic of international academic perspective on OBE and transnational education. So, Associate Professor Maria Jacinta Arquisola, MHRM PhD. She is an associate professor in the School of Business at Daikin Lancaster, Indonesia, bringing over 30 years of academic and professional experience across the Philippines, Indonesia, and New Zealand. She holds a PhD in management from Daikin University and is a proud recipient of the prestigious Endeavour Award by the Australian government and the New Zealand Development Award for postgraduate studies. A prolific researcher, Dr. Arquisola has published in numerous Scopus Index journals and has served on the editorial board of highly reputable international journal. Her research span leadership, human resource management, organizational development, and gender studies. She is currently an active member of both of the Management Society on Indonesian Lectures and the Society for Human Resource Management in the USA. So, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Associate Professor Maria Jacinta Arquisola, MHRM PhD.
Hi, good morning, everyone. Thank you for inviting me to this pre-event of the Impact Edu 2026. Before I make my presentation, I believe that there are Filipino participants in this seminar. So I'd like to greet them. Magandang umaga sa inyong lahat. Mabuhay. I also would like to express my concern to the country because you recently had a huge earthquake which devastated many parts of Mindanao, and we express our concern and compassion to the Filipino people who had experienced this disaster. So let me prepare my presentation for you today. Let me just go through that. And today I'm going to be speaking about the outcomes from outcomes to globalization to global readiness, bridging local relevance, and global standards through OBE in transnational higher education. What I'm going to do today is to give you a brief understanding of the context. Why is it that ASEAN, also Indonesia, is a big magnet for transnational education? Why is it that many international universities or foreign higher education institutions are building campuses inside Indonesia? So we're going to discuss about context, and then I'm going to give you a bit of an information what TNE is all about. What are the global standards in TNE education, and how do we bridge outcome-based education with TNE standards? And I'm going to then discuss with you some collaboration issues that is necessary, and present with you the case study of Deakin Lancaster Indonesia, which is an innovative partnership between two top 1% global ranking universities in the world. So why is ASEAN a magnet for TNE? Recently, I attended a gathering of Australian universities and Indonesian universities in Jakarta. We came together to discuss the state of TNE growth globally, and we zeroed in on how TNE growth is booming in the Southeast Asian region. The forum made it known that ASEAN is a big market for transnational education because of many reasons. ASEAN population continues to grow, now at almost 700 million in 2025, making it the third most populous region in the world, second only to China and India. The median age is 31, and this means that a lot of young people are entering higher education and the workforce. This demographic dividend is both an opportunity and a challenge. Without access to international quality education, the ASEAN market risks underutilizing this significant asset. So more than half of its population, as I said, are 31 or under 30. This means that innovation is a very important agenda of the ASEAN region, as well as the promotion of entrepreneurship and research. And these three areas will determine if the population scale that we are experiencing at the moment will become a deterrent or a mischance, or it could be a growth engine for the region. Talking about Indonesia, it is among the fastest growing economies in Southeast Asia. Its GDP continues to grow year on year, and Indonesia possesses some of the world's major natural assets in geothermal energy, natural gas, and oil. The Indonesian economy grew by 5.61% year on year in the first quarter of 2026, an acceleration from the 5.11% full-year growth recorded in 2025. According to the Central Bureau of Statistics, this growth was primarily driven by robust private consumption and increased government expenditure. Indonesia also has a massive young workforce, strict policies forcing companies to process valuable raw materials domestically, and a booming digital consumer class. The GDP per capita has grown from almost $4.8 thousand per year in the 1990s to a staggering 14,470 in 2024. But of course, this growth is also imbalanced by the poverty that you can see all around the country. So the growth of this population, there's a lot of really the economy, the middle class is really growing so fast. But then, of course, there are certain parts of the population which continue to experience poverty. So there's still quite an imbalance in the economy, but that is now being handled properly by the government through many fiscal and monetary policies that have caused the gradual and steady growth of the economy. Indonesia is second, but even with this growing middle class, Indonesia is second to Vietnam in terms of the number of students going abroad. We experience that many of our Indonesian students are still going abroad, many maybe to seek more opportunities for teaching and learning, and also many opportunities for employability. So Vietnam is a growing superpower in the region, and wealthy parents would like to send their students or their kids and educated abroad. However, and Indonesia also feels the same. Many of the rich middle class in Indonesia would like to send their students abroad. And there are many reasons for that. There are issues with lack of quality education. The facilities and infrastructure in Indonesia cannot still reach parity compared to other universities abroad. There are still problems in research. There are still problems in the way that teaching and learning is done. However, despite the fact that many Indonesians want to go abroad, many Indonesians actually go back to Indonesia and start to build careers in Indonesia. Many of them who are members of entrepreneurial families go back to Indonesia to build their family businesses and spur the growth of the small and medium enterprise industry. So while we have many students going out, there are also quite a number of students wanting to go back to our country because of these reasons. So while the number of outbound students are growing in the ASEAN region, many of our students are going out, there is an imbalance in the number of foreign students wanting to go to the ASEAN or wanting to go inbound. And many of those reasons I have already said before. It could be the low quality of education, the lack of English-speaking lecturers, the big differences in culture and religion, and the lack of good quality educational facilities and infrastructure. Thus, knowing this data, we could suggests that there is an impetus for ASEAN, specifically Indonesia, to attract foreign students to its campuses or collaborate with international educational institutions to establish their international branch campuses in Indonesia. But this is not the bleak picture of Indonesia. We also have a lot of benefits that we can offer foreign higher institutions when they collaborate with us. Indonesia is ranked, higher education are also ranked very well in the world. 5 of its top universities are ranked within the top 200 and top 500 universities in the world. So the strengths of Indonesian universities is that they have a strong employer reputation. There are graduates who have the skills that are being produced relevant to the industry, but there are areas for improvement. Research output and citations per faculty still remain weak. International student presence is minimal, and sustainability performance, while improving, still lags behind regional peers. So Indonesia's universities are stepping confidently onto the world stage, with employers praising their graduates. The next challenge is very clear. If we want to scale up to internationalization, we should boost our relationships with foreign universities. So this is the ranking of many of the world's universities. There are still many things that we need to improve. However, we are now gradually being recognized as a powerhouse in the region. So when you invite foreign institutions into Indonesia, you are experiencing what you call transnational higher education, or the acronym is TNE. So what is it all about? Why is it that we're opening our country to transnational higher education? TNE takes place when higher education institutions offer educational experiences beyond their home countries. Transnational education focuses on the movement of institutions across boundaries, and TNE offers educational opportunities from one country to students in another in the format of a locally established institution or program. Some of them call them the establishment of international branch campuses, or collaboration in terms of curricula, in terms of teaching methods, in terms of research, and so on and so forth. So TNE institutions assume a global identity that they must legitimize themselves to both the home country and to the host country stakeholders. So it is not easy to actually put up a TNE institution wherever you are, because there are certain standards that you must actually fulfill. From these definitions, we can see that TNE offers many benefits to the host country in the form of wider and more meaningful student experience, the establishment of new standards of teaching and learning, and a greater global identity for the home country beneficiary, because TNE provides the home country, for example, Indonesia, visibility, reputation, and global recognition. So what are the overarching principles of TNE? The overarching principles are about internationalization at home. The focus is student, program, and provider mobility, and greater prominence is given to intercultural skills as well as relationships with the surrounding community. So with a TNE, if you want to experience how it is to live abroad and how is it to study abroad, foreign higher education institutions can offer you these benefits. And another principle of TNE is cross-border higher education. We promote cross-border education promotes studying overseas without going abroad, and recruiting, relocating international academic staff to the branch campus. Now, cross-border higher education is really important because at the moment, as you know, it is not easy to study abroad. It is not cheap to study abroad. There are many, many challenges that students experience if they go abroad. With the unstable geopolitical climate all over the world, it is very expensive to study abroad. Tickets are high, cost of living is high, students experience loneliness when they go abroad, and so on and so forth. So if you have an international branch campus in Indonesia, you can give that whole international experience feel to your son and daughter without having to leave you. So the principles of TNE have their merits too. So what are the different forms of TNE collaboration? For those of you who are not very familiar, you can have a joint curricula. Foreign institutions can work with you to review and improve your curricula so that your curricula in the local university can match the curricula of the foreign university and find out the differences as well as the similarities. And maybe with collaboration, you can improve and refine the curricula so that the curricula is updated and revised according to trends in the market. And you can also do collaborative research together. And this is something that foreign higher education would like to do in Indonesia. In the recent TNA Connect that I went to 2 weeks ago, many of the 16 Australian universities who came to Indonesia would like to do collaborative research in Indonesia. Why? Because Indonesia is a very tempting. It's a very tempting, it's a very magnetic area for cross-cultural research. There are many things that you can research in Indonesia, from cross-cultural integration to industry integration to how students and react to the industries and so on and so forth. And of course, Indonesia is also very it's a big cauldron of aspects that you can. So the social and economic situation in Indonesia is also, and the ethnic situation and the ethnic demography of Indonesia is also a very tempting and a very meaningful research topic. You can also have dual degree programs where the universities come together, and some students will do 1 year or 2 years here in the local university and graduate in the foreign university. The dual degree programs where you get 2 different diplomas, 2 different certificates, and 2 different degrees. You can also have faculty exchange or mobility. And this is something that many of us Indonesians and Filipinos actually experience. We have we work with universities outside and they send their faculty here and we send our faculty there. The main reason for faculty exchange or mobility is that we can learn from each other's similarities as well as innovative differences. We also can send students abroad on a shared revenue sharing basis and so on and so forth, or we can do a franchise. This is hardly done, but a franchise is where the university contracts with a partner organization in, say, country B, usually for profit, and without degree awarding powers. So the third party delivers the program of that university under license and a revenue sharing agreement. And of course, you can establish your own international branch campus. At the moment, there are 33,000 IBCs all over the world. So these are different forms of TNI collaboration, and universities can learn from this kind of exchange. But this collaboration must be part of your strategic development program for the long term, because TNI collaborations cannot be done, or the impact of TNI collaboration cannot be felt only from short term or medium term. You need to establish this long-term collaboration as part of your strategic development agenda. So there are main stakeholders of TNE. You have the home university, you have the host university, of course, the students are your main stakeholders. And of course, if you're partnering with an organization or a third party that will organize and manage your operation, that is also part of the stakeholders that you have. Managing these 4 different aspects is not easy. There are many challenges with home university and host government working together, students and home university working together. The stakeholders of TNE is important to be understood, because it is very important that you understand the motivation of each of these stakeholders. So in this discourse, the home universities are characterized by your dominant players, seeking opportunities to expand into foreign markets. But we can argue that the partner organization also has a stake, and the students also has a stake, and the host government also has a stake. It is in understanding the motivation and the alignment of these three stakeholders together that you can actually ensure a better implementation of your TNE. So in Indonesia, what are the license conditions in Indonesia? So the license to operate foreign higher education was granted by the government through a decree in 2023. And the license is giving opportunity for Indonesian students to acquire world-class education at home. And this opportunity is also a response to low-quality education and research standards. Now, in order to be granted a license, you must rank at the top 200 globally in the world. So your top 200 global ranking is one of the conditions for that license. There are 6 foreign higher education institutions in Indonesia: Deakin University, Lancaster University, Georgetown University, University of Western Sydney, King College London, UK, and Monash University. So these are the 6 now currently in operation. I cannot tell you if there are more coming, but certainly the government has been actively inviting foreign higher education institutions from the UK and also Australia to invest in transnational education in Indonesia. Now, the license conditions are very rigid in terms of how the local government will regulate you. For you to be able to maintain your license, you need to uphold Indonesian values. And one of the requirements is for us to actually deliver what we call the MKO, the national subjects, citizenship, Bahasa Indonesia, Pancasila, religion. So those Indonesian values must be part of the curriculum. Actually, we are very lucky to be partnering with Telkom University because this particular semester, trimester 3, Telkom is helping us deliver the MKDU. And we are very lucky that they are there because they know the subject very well. And I hope that we can continue with this collaboration. Another license condition is that we need to have partnerships with domestic and local universities. The partnership is expected to emphasize quality assurance, knowledge transfer, sustainability, and the strengthening of human capital. So foreign higher education institutions must partner not only with local education institution or providers, but we must also partner with industries that are very significant in terms of their growth. And I'm happy that we have here from Microsoft. One of these days, we will probably visit Microsoft to establish a partnership because the study of AI, the study of digital and data science is one of the core study programs of Deakin Lancaster University. And of course, in partnering with the significant institution, we can ensure the transfer of STEM. Now, Indonesia is quite low in STEM enrollment, and of course, we are low in the percentage of graduates. This is an area that the government has been wanting to promote, that foreign higher education institutions and industries should actually put as a strategic agenda the knowledge sharing on STEM. And I can see here the Philippines, Singapore, Malaysia is way above Indonesia in terms of STEM employment, because I believe that these countries are basically focused on skills-based competency transfer. So that is where we are now with the TNE in Indonesia. So if you're thinking about what is the OBE standards, outcome-based education standards that are relevant to global standards in TNE, these are the global standards of TNE. So if you're establishing a foreign institution in Indonesia or anywhere else, you need to actually consider these 5 important global standards. And that is equivalence of student experience, academic governance, local regulatory compliance, transparent qualifications, and ethical practice. Now, what do I mean by equivalence of student experience? The TNE offers host countries with similar educational experiences that they offer to home country students. So what is being provided in the UK should actually be the same as provided in Indonesia. and the student experience must actually be almost identical. This means that the teaching and learning activities and methodologies must also be identical. And the materials used in teaching in class might also be identical, but can also be contextualized, because it is not 100% that we can give student experience equivalent to the home countries, because Indonesia has a very rich context has a very rich social and economic context. So, and using case studies, Indonesian case studies in the teaching and learning is going to be really useful for our students, other than just copying from abroad. Remember, the study of teaching and learning may have had Western influence, but the influence of our local context is actually very, very meaningful to study. So we need to see the alignment of Western-based education with our local context. This means that students who enroll in IBC will experience the same treatment. How about academic governance? There are policies and procedures that are established in the host country that mirrors the home country quality assurance and regulatory frameworks. In DLI, many of our policies and procedures are made by our counterparts in Deakin University and Lancaster University. And those academic governance directs and influences the way that we handle teaching and learning and manage the student experience. So we communicate these policies and procedures to our home country administrators, and the host country monitors the implementation of these policies and procedure. The accountability for the delivery of policies and procedures are both monitored in the home country in coordination and communication with managers of their IPCs. Now, what is local regulatory compliance? Foreign institutions must abide by host country regulations, including reporting mechanisms and the resolution of local administrative problems. We are still reporting to DICTE on our student achievements, student performance, and so on and so forth. We're also we are also regulated to report the achievements and of our local personnel. The FHIEI must report regularly to the National Ministry of Education. Now, the third standard is transparent qualification. The teaching and managerial staff of IBCs are either recruited locally or internationally using the same equitable standards and fair labor practices for employment. Vacancies are advertised to enable compliance to EO standards. Candidates can undergo a structured vetting process. That's what we do. All the people who are applying to us undergo a structured vetting process organized by Lancaster University that enable greater transparency in the recruitment and selection process. So while we welcome referrals, we will refer those referrals to our home university, so that those referrals that were referred to us will actually undergo structured vetting process. And the last of these standards is ethical. It highlights that good practice in T&E depends not only on sound academic delivery, but also on ethical behavior of all parties. Ethical practices are really the core of T&E. We abide by many of the ethical practices that are commonly used in our home universities. Ethical practices not only in terms of our relationships with each other, but also the agents and the intermediaries working for us. Nowadays, I guess in Australia they have made it a standard that every time you work with a contractor, you must sign a modern slavery form. Now, what is modern slavery? Making sure that the things that you are doing are ethical, making sure that the people working for you are paid fairly and equitably. So these are the global standards. So if you're actually wanting to work with a transnational education provider, these are the things that you must pay attention to. Now we talk about OBE, and as we all know, maybe students do not know, but there are the outcome-based education that is the core, that is now the core of Indonesian teaching and learning, has actually three kinds of definitions. OBE, it prioritizes the purpose. Why is it that you are designing a curriculum, for example? What is the purpose of that? You need to be able to make sure that the accomplishments of your students in learning delivery, in assessments, yeah. And also you have to make sure that everything that you're doing has an end result. So the purpose, accomplishments, and the results of everything that you're doing affects the decisions of your curriculum design, the way that you deliver the learning and teaching, the way that you give instruction in terms of practice and skills, and the way that you encourage the students to perform in terms of their assessments. So what is, for example, the result that you expect to happen when you encourage students to have an internship or apprenticeship program? What is the result what is the purpose for why you want to change your curriculum? What is the purpose for why you deliver a certain methodology? So outcome-based education is very strong in these particular principles, and most of these affect the decisions that you do as an educational manager. So where do we see the alignment in this whole thing? You have the academic T&E standards, and then you have the different areas of importance that are affected by your OBE. So you have to make sure that there is an alignment of your stakeholders that are interested in knowing how you deliver your T&E programs. Industry standards. Do your ethical practices have an impact on the way that you deliver your the materials in class? And what kind of equivalent student experience do your curriculum, learning delivery methods, practice, skills and instruction, and assessment give to the student who is your major stakeholder? But all of these need to be aligned, and this is not an easy process because each of these areas have their own motivation. So it's very important that when you consider a convergence alignment of your T&E global standards and your OBE, that you really know the purpose for why you're doing it. Because there could be many, many flaws and challenges in this process of doing this. So when you have already your standards, how can you bring these standards to make sure that what you're offering can bridge the gaps and needs of the area that you are working for? So local relevance, T&E must respond to local relevance. It is not enough that you're actually establishing an international branch campus. For example, foreign institutions must pay attention to what are the skills that are needed in the area where they're operating. As you can see from here, the ASEAN Performance at the World Future Skills Index, there are quite a number of things that T&E can help. For example, economic transformation, for example, academic readiness, for example, fit of your skills with the workforce, and so on and so forth. So by studying the ecosystem of the area where you are going to establish your IBC, you can have a better understanding of how your IBC can fulfill the needs of the community that you want to serve. There are also quite a number of graduate skills. So when we are talking about T&E, as a way of bridging employability, there are quite a number of skills that T&E can help you improve. For example, as we can see, all over ASEAN, many of our students are low in critical thinking. How can working with Monash, for example, develop critical thinking? What kind of materials can you offer to your students that will improve the critical thinking process? And critical thinking is probably one of the important aspects of education that is so needed in these days and age of technology. I'm a graduate of 3 universities. I graduated from ANU, I graduated from Massey University in New Zealand, and I also graduated from Deakin. And critical thinking was one of the skills that were probably imposed in us. You must actually be critical in the way that you look at problems and in the way that you give solutions, for example. In ASEAN, we have average organization skills and interpersonal skills. Now, these are skills that are so important in this day and age. Working in a diverse environment, you need to be able to work well with people. You need to be able to work well with your managers, with your bosses. The ability to understand the problems of your organization and how people can work together in that space is one of the important skills in this space. You know, with AI now, AI is being lambasted because, and I will listen to what Paarif is going to say about AI, but AI is now being lambasted because AI is creating a non-collaborative space for people to work. People are working in silo, but I beg to disagree with that, because there are also companies that are encouraging more collaboration among their employees. So it is not all the time that AI is a problem. Actually, AI is a big opportunity for us to work together, to collaborate, because AI is not, you cannot do AI but just by yourself. And other types of skills that TNE can offer, we can improve our critical thinking, problem solving, entrepreneurship, the ability to take risks and make critical decisions, and of course, negotiation. In ASEAN, we are somewhat high in teamwork, active learning, and communication. Maybe because we are a country, most countries in the ASEAN region are collectivist society. Collectivist society are societies where people work together and think about the community achievement other than being individualistic. But maybe TNE can help us improve our leadership skills, business management, and really about creativity. Creativity is one skill that is most needed now in this region. In terms of the demand for PhD education, having a PhD education is very important. The government would like to improve the number of PhDs, because only 25% of our lecturers abroad have PhD. Now, this is quite a small number, and the government wants to do that. So working with foreign education institution for PhD, for local lecturers to study PhD abroad and go back to their country and improve the way that that teaching is done is extremely an important priority of the government. So these are some of the programs being done by the Indonesian government to work with foreign institutions to give our PhD scholars a chance to finish their PhD. So we have the PDDI, Beasiswa Program Doktor untuk Dosen Indonesia. This is actually managed by the Ministry of Higher Education, and it could be a joint degree or a dual degree with a 4-year duration. And the target of the government is about 1,000 awardee per year. We can also work with industry providers to provide what we call digital skills technology improvement and competency. This is an example of Pintar that is organized by Catalyst. It works with TVET in order to provide digital skills technology. So many of these Catalyst actually has worked with Traveloka, Pintar, and Business Center, for example, to give these kinds of micro-credentials in technology and digital business. So these are some of the examples of their own work. As you can see, these are universities that work with Catalyst and different types of industries to provide digital skills improvement in literacy, and so on and so forth, even in business, communication, effective leadership, tourism, and hospitality. So what foreign institutions do is they partner with these industry providers to provide the people in that university, the local university, with the skills that they need. And there are also healthcare, diversity, research in green energy, agriculture, and construction. So as you can see, many of these platforms, Traveloka, they are top e-commerce platforms, but they have received training from different types of universities and institutes, and even TAFE in Queensland. So with all these things, so what I'm trying to say here is, in trying to bridge local relevance with TNE, it's very important for the TNE to understand the needs and the gaps in the ecosystem where they want to play. They have to have a good collaboration with the local institutions so that they can address the needs and the gaps that they see in that ecosystem. So according to the Ministry of Higher Education, Research and Technology, these are the core elements of sustainable TNE collaboration: mutual partnership. We are not supposed to be just a donor-recipient relationship, a one-way relationship where we get funds from our foreign providers and don't do much about it, but we need to have an equitable dyadic or equitable symbiotic relationship. So we are also supposed to provide them the benefits that they are expecting from that relationship. So the partnership is mutualistic. And then we need to have ownership of the program, the curriculum, the research agenda, and the outputs that we both design together. And co-ownership is not only about just designing those things, but we have to be sure that we're accountable for the outputs that are going to be produced from that collaboration. And as I said, working with the TNE is not only short-term or medium-term. There has to be long-term institutional commitment. There has to be a long-term institutional commitment in terms of policy, leadership, and stable funding mechanisms. And of course, TNE will be very happy to work with us if they're also going to benefit from research and development. Research alignment must be aligned with our national priorities, the needs of the industries, the sustainability challenges that we are facing, and of course, the impact of those research. So Professor Steve Smith, who was here about 3 months ago, he's the UK government international education champion, and he came to DLI and he talked about the fact that transnational education is one of the quiet engines of global progress. So it deserves our ambition, our care, and our continued investment. The future of transnational education will be co-created through collaboration, dialogue, and shared ambition. I think his message captures everything that I'm talking about in terms of the collaboration that we can expect so that we can bridge the gaps and the needs of the community where we are part. So just a little bit of experience for us. I'd like to share with you the case of DLI. DLI is probably the new kid on the block. DLI opened its doors for 30 students in September. Yeah. It is Deakin University and Lancaster University decided that they want to partner together, and both belong to the top 1% universities worldwide. It offers the first dual degree in 3 years, and it has state-of-the-art first-class international education, and many of its faculty members are educated and trained overseas. So we could claim global excellence in this particular space. So we are often asked by parents, why should we care about a dual degree? Because that is what we offer. Well, a dual degree provides the students with a lot of impactful value in the industry, as well as because the impactful value will be coming from the wide range of knowledge and expertise that the student will gain. And also the impactful value will open global career opportunities for the graduates. So we offer growth, global skills, and careers, and we will offer top companies internship, and hopefully we can work with Microsoft for the future internship of our students in data science and cybersecurity. We can give our students this opportunity to study abroad or study exchange for 1 semester or 2 semesters in either the UK or the Australia. And we try to build students' portfolio through applied skills, language development, and confidence building program. And the supporting learning process at DLI is about coaching, counseling, and competence development. We have a good team that collaborate, co-create, and co-produce, and we give a lot of personal care and concern and consideration to our students. Our students learn from the best. We have visiting scholars from the UK, Australia, and the industry. One of these days, we will also invite Microsoft to DLI. So let me summarize what I have been speaking all along. So some of the takeaways of this particular seminar is that transnational higher education promotes internationalization of student experiences, quality enhancement, collaboration with top world-class universities, raising the quality of Indonesian higher education. However, there are conditions for TNE to flourish in Indonesia, and these are regulated by the Indonesian government. It is necessary to have convergence alignment of local relevance with global standards. And to achieve this, local universities must actively collaborate in various forms of TNA collaboration. And when you talk about the pentahelix, the government, the industry, the academia, the media, and also the community, these are the 4 important sectors that TNA must collaborate with. And collaboration will create meaningful understanding of local conditions and needs that perhaps international universities working with industry partners can support and deliver skills training, competency development for graduates, and other forms of portfolio building. The results would be work-ready, employable, competent Indonesian graduates recognized by the global workplace. Well, thank you very much for your time, and it is a pleasure meeting you. These are some of the references to this seminar. The team already has a copy of this PPT, so by all means, have a copy. Thank you and magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat. Maraming salamat.
Okay, a very big thank you to Ms. Jessie for such an insightful and inspired keynote. We truly learned so much from your perspective today. So before we move to the next keynote for today, if anyone has a question, feel free to drop your question in the Q&A feature in Zoom. We will pick a lucky participant and read out their question directly to our speaker later. Okay, now we are move on to our next speaker of the day, Mr. Arif Suseno. He will be sharing his insight on the topic of industry perspective on AI competencies and the collaboration between the technology sector and higher education. And allow us to introduce him, Mr. Arif Latu Suseno, currently serving as AI Skills Director at Microsoft Indonesia. He holds a bachelor degree in information technology from the prestigious Institute Teknologi Bandung and brings over 15 years of extensive experience across the technology and business tech sector, having worked with renowned companies including Microsoft, Nintasarta, Samsung Electronic, and Astragrafia. In his current role, Mr. Arif leads Microsoft National AI Skilling Program, Microsoft Elevate, through strategic partnership with the government, educational institution, private sector, and civil society. Prior to this, he served as the education lead of Microsoft Indonesia, driving digital transformation across school and universities throughout the country. His remarkable career has also been recognized through multiple prestigious awards, including Smart City Infrastructure of the Year 2018 and Cloud Provider of the Year 2016 and 2017. So, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. Arif Suseno.
Thank you, Aisha, and hello, Mrs. Jessie. A very good morning, everyone, and thank you so much to Telkom University and to the whole, Impact Edu 2026 committee for inviting me to be here with all of you today. And it's truly an honor and privilege for me to speak in this international webinars alongside so many of you, university leaders, lecturers, students, and maybe partners from the government and industry as well. And I was asked to present about industry perspective with the topic empowering higher education through AI industry collaborations. And yeah, although I'm from Microsoft Indonesia, I have to be honest with you that today I will not be selling anything in terms of products. I will just share the perspective from the industry. And with that, let me share my screen first. And please do let me know if you can see my screen. Are you able to see my screen now?
Yes, Pak Arif.
Yes, Mr.
All right, so it's not the presenter view, right? So I have the screens for today. All right. So thank you, Mbak Aisyah, for introducing me previously. So like previously mentioned that I was in the education lead before, so I have the perspective from the education industry as well. I led the industry for 3 years, working with the government, working with the education institutions, and also from the global education industry as well. Now I lead the AI national skillings, both in Indonesia and Malaysia. And as you can see here in the numbers of the dashboard, in Indonesia alone, we have trained more than 2 million people across several sectors, education, non-profits, governments, communities, people with disabilities. So a lot of people already covered with our training and also our practice. So it's not only learning, but also we do have a workshop there to make sure that they not just know AI, but also how to use AI for their productivity or their daily work. And 700,000 plus of them also got our certification. So they pass our assessment. And our program also reached all of the provinces in Indonesia. So thank you to the government, thank you to all of our partners who has done a very great and hard work here. And also to thank you to Telkom University, one of our partners that can do the competency certifications, which is AI 900. And with the very high passing rate, so it's above 90% of them are passing our AI 900 Azure AI certifications. So yeah, that's me. And let us jump to the discussions, the presentation. So I'm here to share with you that maybe lately, around June 1st, you maybe if you are following the news of technology, maybe you know that Windows and NVIDIA were launching a new chip, and they posting together in the X platform, Twitter platform, that is directly pointing to Taiwan, where Jensen Huang, the CEO of NVIDIA, will be giving the speech there. And it is about the launch of the new chip, which is called NVIDIA RTX Spark. So the one that make it so different is the chip can handle around 1 petaflop. So it's a super chip. So it's as a comparison, if you play PlayStation 5, which is very smooth to run the high-end game. The PS5 is running around 10 teraflop. So if you compare with the PS5, the PlayStation 5, you need around 100 PlayStations to run this 1 petaflop super chip. And it is also including 120 billion parameters AI models that is running locally on your laptop. So you don't need network or connectivity. You just need the laptop. It is indeed the premium laptop, but the cost is not that high, not that expensive. It's still affordable. So, it is how we redefine the personal computer for these 40 years. So, like me, Miss Jacinta, and all of you, maybe usually work with the PC by accessing the applications by clicking the shortcut and etc. So later, maybe in the next 2 to 3 years ahead, we will work together with your PC. The PC will become your assistant. You can just have a strategic thinking and let the PC work for you. It is making AI much closer to you to work with all of you. But the question is, are you able to work with this, or you just following the hype and will be replaced by this PC? So this is the questions that we will cover in the presentations. So guys, AI is not like the other technology. AI didn't arrive gradually, not like cloud computing, the previous one that is also hype in the 10 years back. But AI arrived all at once. 3 years ago, when I was actively speaking about the virtual assistant, maybe you also one of the users that use ChatGPT at that time. Everyone talking about it, and then not long after we introduced the ChatGPT or Copilot, then we launched the AI agent. And then after that, we launched the multi AI agent that can work in your office platform. So you can work 24/7 by using AI agent. And now the super chip. So everything is very fast in the terms of AI technology. And speaking about the AI itself, especially the generative AI, generative AI is the most technology that is used by people in the very short period. So 1.2 billion people now already using generative AI less than 3 years. And this is the the fastest spreading technology in the history. And based on the report that we got also from our partners, most of the employers, the company expect that I will transform their business. Maybe you can see that there are some job cuts everywhere, especially in the big tech company. But in the other hand, they also recruiting more people with more AI talent skills. This is how they expect that the AI will transform their business more efficiently and more productively. And in terms of the skill set as well, based on the LinkedIn report, AI and big data and also machine learning are the fastest growing skill set needed worldwide. The job required here also increase more than 150%. So it reflects how the business or the industry require you to have the AI skill set. And we also recently launched our 2026 Work Trend Index. So it's an annual report from Microsoft. But this year we do differently. Usually we have an interview with 30,000 knowledge workers everywhere in the world. But in this year, we only do the interview with 20,000 people, but the people that only work with AI and they live across 10 countries. And the signal from Microsoft 365 also plays a very important data inside here. And I would like to share with you that based on the report right now, in only a single year, we can see from the dashboard that the agents, AI agents creations is having 15 growth in AI agent. So last year, for example, we have 1,000 AI agents in our tenant. Right now, in just 12 months, we now have 15,000 AI agents everywhere in our tenant. And the one that make us happier as well is because the people right now use Copilot chat is not only for doing the question and answers. It's not only for creating the MOM, but now approaching a half of the users use Copilot chat for the cognitive working to do the analyzing, solving, and also to decide something based on the large of data or silo data. And you can work with the Copilot to analyze the data and then to have a faster decision making based on the data and any set that provided by the Copilot. And one of the important finding is our user last year cannot produce this kind of thing or this kind of activities because they are just simply don't have the skills to do it, or the technology is not supporting the activities. But 58% of the users right now can produce something, the work that they couldn't do it last year. And it jumps to 80% if we comes to the advanced user. So it is a significant growth, yeah, in terms of the percentage. If you have the right skills here, most of you can produce something that maybe need a longer time from previously need more than 1 year. Now you can do it in a very short time. And it can save you a lot of time to do more higher value work. Instead of doing the repetitive tasks, instead of doing the administration tasks, now 66% of our is that now I can have more time to do more substantial jobs, more strategical jobs, for example, to do the strategic plan for the next year and so on and so forth. And if we talk about the jobs as well, like I said before, that there are so many job cuts in the headline everywhere in the world, including Meta, Adobe, Microsoft. Yeah, you can admit that they cut a big number of employee, but that you maybe will not see in the headline is we are preparing something big as well. Maybe you are now saying that we are reallocating the budget from the employee to technology, but in terms of the employees number, actually we are also growing. Report also said not on one single big consultant. Big consultants predicted that in the next 3 to 4 years there will be more job creation role versus the old job that will be outdated.
Okay, maybe we can wait for a moment for Mr. Arsuseno.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I thought I lost my connection.
Okay, it's okay, Mr.
Yeah, let me share it again. All right. So yeah, I was talking about the net job creations. There will be around 78 million emerging job roles. This is the job that is not existing today. So guys, if you are now studying about AI, please be more focused and do more practice, because there will be more new jobs that you cannot imagine today. It's yeah, the question is not longer AI will replace human, or the one that who use AI will replace who don't, but later the questions or the competitions is between the one that who use AI casually versus the one that who use it to amplify, truly amplify their productivity. So it is very big difference. If you use AI only for chatting, only for doing the question and answers, yeah, please be ready that you will be replaced by someone else that use AI for creating something, for creating a solutions, for creating content, for creating anything. So this is the real competitions, and the competitions will not be ending. So it is a long last competitions between you and yourself as well. And let's us see from the Indonesian signal as well, the momentum. Yeah, the data say that our country is the world's second largest base of AI users in the world after India. This is the good news actually, because 70% of the users, especially the knowledge workers, use AI in their work, although most of them bring their own AI, meaning that the company or the employer is not subscribing the AI for their employee, but the employee will find themselves to use their own AI. Either it is the free one or the professional one. And the government as well, and from the report, we have the same forecast that the AI use in Indonesia will contribute to the GDP growth by 2030. Some say that it is around 14%. Some say that it may be exceed more than 20%. But what that I would like to say here is there is a big opportunity in terms of economic when we talk about AI for productivity. And how about in the educations? So recently, we also released the education report, AI education report from Microsoft report. In 2025, I presented previously in the Pertamina University about this report. The report said that education organizations, also in Indonesia, is the industry that use AI in the top tier, meaning that most of the users in education use AI, both educators and the students. But yeah, there will be several use cases, both positive and negative, on the AI use case here. And if we break down between the K-12 and higher educations, the users of higher educations is much higher. Yeah, 90% of higher education students also use AI in their studies. So maybe you can reflect to yourself here, the Telkom University students. Probably you are one of the 90% here that use AI for your study. Either it is for personalized learning, doing the discussions, something and so forth. And about the industries as well, in Indonesia, 66% of leaders say that they prefer someone that have the AI skills instead of someone that don't have AI skills but have a longer years of service. So be careful if you are a professional and you don't have the AI skills, maybe you will be replaced by someone that is just a fresh graduate but have the advanced AI skills. And from the educator side, it is also something that we have to be more focused here, because the data said that almost a half of educators have had no structured AI training. Maybe they learn AI by themselves, but they have had no structured AI training. So how we would like to transform education institutions if not all of the stakeholders, including the educators, that is the most important stakeholders in the education sectors, doesn't have the structured AI training. So yeah, fortunately in Telkom University, all of the educators have been trained by Microsoft Elevate last year. So I'm sure that Telkom University can do the AI transformation soon, very soon. Yeah, so this is the analyzing from some reports that we have to be prepared or you will be scrambled after. So there are three stakeholders here that need to be ready between individual. So it is the educators, the students, the principals, or staff members, that you have to master at least the AI fluency, the AI literacy, that paired with the durable human skills. What is it? I will explain it in the next slide. And then from the institutional itself, how the curriculum, the pedagogy has to be refreshed as fast as the technology move. As I mentioned earlier, the AI technology is very fast and launching new feature. So it has to be reflected in the curriculum as well. So last quarter, probably I talked with Pak Tora and also Pak Parman, yeah, from the academic, that Microsoft will be launching a new certifications of AI. It is reflecting that we need a new skill set in the industry, and Telkom University is also agree on adjusting the curriculum because they already make a very agile curriculum. So the students will get the new learning module to be prepared with the competency certifications later. And the one that also very important to be ready is the ecosystem. So it's not only the campus, but the collaborations. The Impact Edu here said that it is a pentaholic collaborations between the campus, industry, government, media, and so on. It is how we can build the talent pipeline, but we also have to create the industry demand, meaning that if we prepare the talent, what kind of talent that we have to prepare? and what kind of the skill set they have to master before they can graduate, what kind of portfolio they have to list in their CV, for example. So this is the collaborations that we have to make strategically between campus, industry, and also the government, especially. And this is the signal from industry. So here, as part of Microsoft, I represent from the industry perspective. I represent from the AI provider, and I also represent as the industry transformation analyst. So here that I would like to explain to you, there are two foundational skills that you have to master it. So the first one is a technical fluency. Of course, it is about the AI and data literacy, how you can read the data, how you can have a proper questions to AI, or we can call it a prompt engineering, and how you can use AI outputs responsibly. So you don't have to believe the outputs from AI at the first attempt, but you have to have your own critical thinking to check whether it is a true information or it's just a hallucination. And domain expertise also very important. If you are working with AI and you don't have the domain expertise, you will not know that AI is working for your questions correctly. So domain expertise plays very important role. If you are studying about IT, of course, you will have the domain expertise in the IT. And then when you do the question and answers with AI, you can have, you can challenge the AI with your expertise there. But if you don't have the expertise in the questions, yeah, maybe you have to upgrade your knowledge or your domain expertise before doing the question and answers to AI or doing the analysis with AI. And one thing that I promised to share with you is about the durable human skills. It is how humans still wins over the AI. The critical thinking and judgment under ambiguity, or we can call it hallucinations, and adaptability and habit of lifelong learning. This is something that we still win, the durability of human skills. And of course, the ethics, integrity, and responsibility. And I would like to explain this technical and human skills needed by showing you the Bloom's taxonomy. So if you are the educators, you must be very familiar with this Bloom's taxonomy. It's a pyramid of learning progress, right? So if you are students, please make sure that you are in the level of something in the red box. It's not longer applicable if you just memorizing your learning or just understanding your learning. You have to apply your learning in your daily activities, and you do the analyze of it and evaluating together with the technology, of course, in this terms as AI. And then, if possible, please do the co-creations with the technology. Create something new so you can know you can know the core of the learning that you are studying. If you are just remembering or you are just understanding about the learning, of course, you will be replaced by AI. This is where the level of AI wins. You have to be at least in the green zone area where human still wins. And this is where the durable human skills exist. If you are mastering this green zone area, you will play very important role in the demographic bonus area in 2045 of Indonesia Golden Age. And this is how we would like to see how the university graduates now have this kind of capabilities. This is something that the industry really needs and required. So please make sure that you understand about the Bloom's taxonomy and apply it in your daily activities at the minimum level. If possible, do the analyze, evaluating, and also creating something. All right, so talking about the university itself, what are you guys have to prepare in the next 3 to 5 years? The first one is about the institution itself, that you have to transform to AI native institutions with the approach is the student-centered approach. You have to make your students as your focus, how we can prepare a personalized learning for every students that you have in your institutions. You can co-create with the faculty, the dean, and the team, the staff members, and also in the students. So it's not just only about the implementing chatbots, for example, but you can prepare some solutions that is truly personalizing teaching and learning experience in the institutions. And you have to prepare for the students who will graduate that can manage AI. So I use a word as a manage, not just work with AI, but manage. It is about human and AI collaboration. It is how they are capable to direct, to supervise, and get the best result from the AI agents. The technology is there. For example, the chip, the laptop with the chip will be everywhere in Indonesia. So you can use it to manage AI agents in your hands. And then also you have to rethink about the assessment process. It's not longer applicable when you do the multiple choice assessment. At least please change it to focus group discussion, for example, project-based learning, presentations. So you apply the way how students think, not only the answers. And also the judgments you can see from the students. And it is very possible if you have the AI technology implemented in your institutions. And make the university as a learning system, guys. Don't be afraid to fail, because this is the only stage where you can fail safely. If you are in the industry, there will be punishment if you are failed. But here, university is a safe learning system to learn, to practice, or to create something, together with your educators. So this is the 3 to 5 years vision from campus that we see from the industry perspective. But if we see it from the education perspective, when I was in the education lead, I think this is still applicable. So you can start it as soon as possible. So today is Wednesday, right? So in Thursday morning, you can start this advice. This is some points that I got from the discussions together with some universities across the countries. So the first one is, of course, close the gap, from the educators. Like I mentioned earlier, 45% of educators in the education sectors have had no structured AI training. Of course, in Telkom University, the educators already got the structured AI training. So this can be avoid. So it's already done. And then the second one is about the policy or the rules to use AI. If you would like to have AI transformations or AI adoptions, please make sure that you have the clear AI guidance. What can be done, and the Ministry of Higher Education also already circulate the guidance, right? The AI guidance in the education. So maybe you can adjust it based on the role of each institutions you have. This is very important. So students and educators or the staff members can work with AI more responsibly. And like I said before, redesigned a few assessment, starting from change to presentations for the final project, for example, or for the quiz, change it to the focus group discussions. And this is the very important one is embed the AI literacy in every faculty. So it's not only for the IT faculty, but for every faculty you have in the institutions. Please make sure that you embed AI literacy, especially in the very first semester. It's very important. So they will know that AI is a game changers for the next technology competition. And the very important one is make AI in your institution as a learning partner. It's not a shortcut. Please educate your students to use AI not to find the answers, but how they can thinking together, partner discussions, and then how they can co-create something. It's either the proposals, the projects, and so on and so forth. And this is also something that I got from the discussions between the industry, government, and also the campus. Previously, I call it as AI innovation hub or something. It is how campus, that is the talent factory, can have the right skills that is needed by the industry. So make sure that the curriculum that is exists in the campus is co-designed with the industry. Ask them what you really need, not today, but in the next 3 to 5 years. So your curriculum will be aligned with the industry needs. And then doing the internship and life capstones projects. This is also very important to develop the portfolio of your students. So your students will know the reality in the industry, the practice of the theory that they learn in the campus, and also how they can create something that industry really needs. It's not only about something that they see in the social.
Recording in progress.
Will sharpen the insight. So the campus or the researcher will know what kind of vaccines that they have to create. And then lastly is about the certifications and hackathons. It is how we would like to admit the capability of students in terms of portfolio. So if they are occupied, they are augmented with the skill set that is needed in the certifications. Of course, they can easily pass the certificate of competencies that is released by the technology provider, including Microsoft. Microsoft itself have some AI certifications that I have discussed with the academic teams in Telkom University, and how it can benefit the students before they enter professional stage, the experience of the students. So if you are students, please make sure yourself to actively searching the competition states, although you are the fresh graduate. And if you would like to do the transformations in your institution, please do it right. Please make sure that no one left behind, because the inequality will cost very expensive. First of all, please close the gaps. Don't widen them. If you only transform in some certain faculties, for example, it just widen the gaps in other faculties. You have to do it for all of the faculties. You have to do it for all of the students, no matter what, whether they are from Javanese, for example, or whether they are smart in mathematics. You have to do it equally for everyone. And you have to be transparent to every users in your institutions and the integrity. So that's why I said that the ground rules is very important. Please make sure you have it first, so the users can work with AI, yeah, correctly, and with the integrity. And about the privacy as well. This is something important that always comes to the discussions. How about the data, the privacy data of the students, of the parents, of the educators, how we can safeguard the data inside, but we can still get the benefits from AI. This is how you create your own AI ecosystems in the campus institutions. And lastly is about the ethics. This is how Microsoft always share about the responsible AI. This is how you can show your students about the ethics, because they reflect the campus brand name as well. So make sure that they do it correctly and responsibly. And lastly, this is the last slide. Yeah, in terms of time. This is the summary Pentahelix collaborations that I present before, that our graduates, our students, maybe in the next 3 to 5 years, will work jobs that don't fully exist yet. You can see that right now, content creator is everywhere. But in my, when I was in the college, I don't know about the content creator. What I know is the traditional jobs, either it's a doctor, programmer, or something. Content creator is not something beyond our imagination, but you can see it everywhere right now. And because of the fast technology, maybe you can see the similar things, the similar phenomena in the next 3 to 5 years, that jobs that don't fully exist will exist everywhere in the next 3 to 5 years. So please make sure that your students have the enough capability, have enough the experience to embrace the phenomena. Let's prepare them together, not your campus responsibility alone, but it's a responsibility of everyone in these discussions, either from the government, from the industry, from the media. Yes, everyone here is responsible to prepare our next generation. So thank you, everyone. Yeah, this is our presentation from the industry perspective. Thank you.
Presentation. Um, We have just here two incredible perspectives today, one from the world of international academia and one from the technology industry. So we have and now it's time for our discussion session. This is your golden opportunity to ask the question on your mind and engage directly with our amazing speaker. Maybe we will open for 3 participants to ask their question directly. If you like to participate, please raise your hand on Zoom, and we will invite you. And then please deliver your question in English. Okay. All right. While we wait, honestly, there were so many interesting points. Was shared before from OBE and international education, all the way to how AI can become a real part of our higher education ecosystem. There's definitely a lot worth exploring further. So come on, everyone. Don't be shy. Just raise your hand. Okay. 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 It looks like we already have someone here. To Mr. Jazak. So please open your microphone and kindly share your name and institution before presenting your question. Mr. Jazak. Yeah. Oh, okay.
Okay, thank you. Finally, I can unmute the microphones. First and foremost, I would like to appreciate really gratitude for Ma'am Jessie for the great presentation, also insights, and also from Pak Arif, also a great insight from the industry perspective. My question, actually, I'm already typed in the chat box, but it's okay. I would like to repeat my question. So my first question will be, is there any best practice in the Asian country across region regarding these collaborations, and that we can maybe elaborate when we practice it in Indonesia? So my question will be for Ma'am Jessie. And the second question, also still related with the first question, is actually, if we have any collaboration like this, is there any evidence or empirical study that this collaboration can improve the rank of the university in the global metrics? Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Jazak. Maybe to Miss Jessie can directly answer the question from Mr. Jazak.
Hello, Pak Jazak. It's nice to meet you again. Yeah, if you were asking about some of the best practices in ASEAN, well, I already answered to you in the chat. When we collaborate with other ASEAN countries, we have to really think about a motivation for the collaboration, and it will be counterproductive if we actually collaborate with the intentions of from a view of self-interest. So we need to understand what is that we can share with them, and knowing what is it that then we can fill those gaps. But that kind of collaboration takes quite some time. It doesn't happen overnight. You need to establish different levels of dialogue with your future partners. I remember when DLI first came together, it took 5 years to form this partnership, so it is not easy. In ASEAN collaboration, as you know, we are a collectivist region, so our relationships with our collaborators would be a little bit of a personal approach. You know, we know people in the region. If you work in Vietnam, for example, you need to have a broker, an agent who can help you deal with the national government or regional government or local government, because in Vietnam, the government, because of the nature of the society, the government is highly regulating relationships and and any form of collaboration. So you have to go through these different types of channels, and it is not easy if you do not have someone there to help you broker an agent that can help you, who knows the locality, who knows the ways and means of government agreements and so on and so forth. If you want to establish collaboration for most Philippine institutions, they are very much interested in the outputs that you are going to bring. So you have to be sure that the outputs are very much on skills-based outputs, because Filipinos have very high competencies in terms of skills that they can use globally. So the outputs must be competency-based, skills-based outputs, and that can, because that is the main agenda of the government. And of course, in Indonesia, our agenda is raising the level of quality of education and research and development. So what I'm trying to say is really collaborations in ASEAN is not the same as the one in Europe. We are mostly a collective. We go on personal relationships, we go on reputation as well, but we also use third parties to intermediate on our behalf. Yeah. And what do I have to answer the second question? What was the second question again, Pat? Sorry. You mean the empirical evidence that these kinds of collaboration work? Okay, I remember. The fact that Indonesian universities have gone up globally in ranks is a testament to the fact that foreign national organizations and institutions have actually made a positive dent into the ranking. If you are a top university in Indonesia and you are accrediting yourself with big assessors abroad, accreditation, if you have international accreditation, they're going to be looking at your international collaborations with other universities. Hence, the ranking will go up if you have collaborations with international organization, international associations, and so on and so forth. In the previous university where I work with, the ranking of the computing faculty went up because they were really assessed by and accredited by international accreditation body in computing. So the fact that such a collaboration with this institution is really helping, it will really raise the ranking of a local university.
Okay.
I do not have the statistics
thank you,
for that.
Ma'am
Thank
Jessie.
you.
I think it's answering my questions, and so we have a lot of insight that this collaboration is actually, we can elaborate more. So accelerate what I'm saying, that for the university in Indonesia to go further in the global metrics.
Yes.
Thank you, Ma'am Jessie.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Jazak. So I have the question is answered before. And next, we already have Mr. Timbul. So please open your microphone and kindly share your full name and institution before presenting your question.
Yeah, thank you. The question for Mr. Arif, for Pak Arif. Pak Arif, yeah, just for the academic process also with the industry 2 years established. I just want the experience from Pak Arif. What are the most effective AI application for personalized learning in higher education? This is more than how the personalized learning in higher education, AI application. Jadi for use for the new campuses, and for the industry, what the models of industry academia collaboration have worked best in preparing graduate for the job market. I think this is the model Pak for the campus, bagaimana how to make the industry academia for the job market. I hope my question clear, Pak Arif.
Ya Pak, thank you Pak Timbul. So there are two questions. The first one is about the AI solutions for most effective personalized learning. All right. So I've discussed this before with the former Minister of Education, where in the process of personalized learning, there should be a personalized assessment before. And it should start from the educators first. So we can know the gap for each educators, and then how we can fill it the gap, and we have to report it to the leaders in every institutions. This is the report and this is the progress. And then after that, we have to do the personalized assessment for the students. So after we do the personalized assessments, we can capture the profile for each students in your institutions. And then we can compare it to the objective of your institutions. What is the objective for the faculty here, for example? What is the visions for the institutions in the bigger level, in the higher level? And then we can fill it the gap between the assessments with the objective or the visions. That's how we can call it as a personalized learning path. So every students will have different learning path, and it only be possible if you have the AI solutions there. If you have the learning management systems in your own institutions, that's a very good assets, but you have to augment it with the AI capability that can advise the personalized learning path for your students. And then don't forget to have the personalized assessment as well. Again, after they take the learning path differently. Because like the old quote, we cannot teach the fish to fly unless this is the flying fish, right? And then the second one is about the more collaborations between the industry and the academia. What is the best practice? Unfortunately, in Indonesia, there is no strong evidence of the collaborations about it. But our neighbors, for example, Malaysia, we have the good story between the academia and in industry. It is with the Petronas who are bringing up the customers for the industry. So we create AI, something like experience centers there. This is something that similar like I present before about the campus and industry collaborations. So Petronas comes to this university. Of course, you will know the university. That they have some kind of problem statements that would like to invite the researcher in that university to co-create the solutions together. The Petronas also not only providing the the problem statement, but also chipping in the technology itself. The academia have the expertise, the academia have the talent to do it. So they run the project in the research. But not stopping there, they also enlarge the collaborations by co-designing the curriculum to make sure that the collaborations will be sustained. It's not one-shot activities. These activities should have to, it has to operate sustainable operations in this model. So they also open the internship for the students, so they will know what exactly the problem statement is. It's not based on the book theory. It is based on the real experience in the field. So the students and also the lead researchers can know exactly the problem statements and then how they can apply it in the joint research. And lastly, they also work together with Microsoft for the certifications. So their capability can be acquired in a single paper of certification as well. So this is a very good best practice, Pak Timbul. Not to mention that in Indonesia there is no such of collaborations. Yes, it does exist, but not in a complete level of campus and industry collaborations. Hope it answers your questions, Pak Timbul.
Thank you, Pak Arif. And the first question is answer is very good for personal assessment. It is our focus that AI will provide personal assessment. So for the second answer, I think Indonesia still not have model for the AI. I think it's okay. We will go for that. Thank you, Pak Arif. Very clear. Thank you. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Arif, for the answer. And thank you too for Mr. Timbul. And we already have last one question from Q&A. I think this question delivered for Mr. Arif from Ms. Mita. As the integration of AI cores into NVIDIA GPU drives surge in memory usage, what is NVIDIA's strategy for implementing new data compression or dynamic memory management technologies to reduce VRAM or RAM consumption? And how will this adjustment shape the efficiency of next generation hardware architecture? Maybe for to Mr. Arif can answer the question.
Yeah, thank you. So actually, these questions will be best answered by the NVIDIA team, I guess. As I can explain to I explained it to you before that NVIDIA created this super chip that can handle 120 billion parameters and also 1 petaflop transactions, right? This is how we can, handle the transactions effectively, how we can reduce the communications protocol from hardware to hardware into a very, a short gap of communication protocol. So it's a very small elements in the chip, and the chip is also very small, right? It is from the nano millimeters size, and this is how you can compress the communication protocol that is paying the the problem or the concerns about when you handle the multi-million transactions. The communication protocol is always being the problems, and this is how we can tackle the problem itself. And about the data, yeah, you are right that one of the solutions for handling the data is by equipping them in the memory. So it's a memory computing that we put it together in the chip internally. So we can reduce the computational process there in the terms of data. But if you would like to see the architecture, I guess you have to discuss with the NVIDIA team. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much to Mr. Arif. I hope the question is answered. Okay. A wonderful thank you to Ms. Desi and Mr. Arif for your insightful answer and knowledge you've shared with us today. But before we move to the next agenda, again, we kindly invite Ms. Desi and Mr. Arif as our speaker today to the photo session. Okay. Maybe the commit can help. Okay. In the count of 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay. Once again, thank you for being such amazing speaker today to Miss Jessie and Mr. Arif. We are truly grateful for your time, your energy, and the incredible insight you have brought to this session. And maybe if you have any commitment, okay.
Thank you very much for inviting us.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Good luck to everyone. Permission to leave?
Okay, thank you, Miss and Mr. Arif. All right, everyone. We are now moving on to the next agenda. We have some very exciting announcement to share, especially for those who love a good challenge. We will now be sharing information. We are honored to invite Dr. Erna Hikmawati, Head of Academic Development, Telkom University, to explain more about the Showcase Innovation Competition. Please welcome Dr. Erna Hikmawati.
Okay, thank you. Good morning, everyone. Okay, I'm Edna, and this is moment I want to inform you about the side event in Impact Edu 2026. This is innovation showcase. The innovation showcase is one of the competition, international competition for lecturer and student. So, okay. For the Innovation Showcase, this is a program for lecturer and student to present their best work to an international audience as a tangible expression of meaningful academic contribution. So in this program, brings together two distinct yet complementary presentation of innovative teaching methodology by lecturer and creative work by student to create a dynamic space for knowledge exchange, mutual inspiration, and cross-institutional collaboration. Okay, there is two category for this international competition. The first is Teaching and Learning Innovation Showcase. The session is an open presentation session for lecture and education staff maybe to share innovative learning practice they have implemented or are currently developing, both inside and outside the classroom, maybe about implementing AI or the other. For the topic, this is we can see there are 6 topics in this competition. The first is about outcome-based education, AI in learning, active learning innovations, to industry and community collaboration, digital literacy, numeracy, and AI literacy, use of LMS, learning management system, and learning technology. So for the registration, you can submit via this link, and for the selected applicants will be contacted by email and invite the deliver a 15-minute presentation at the main event Impact Edu 2026. And for each presenter, receive an e-certificate and the opportunity to network during the event. And for the best presenter, we will receive the Impact Edu Innovation Award in the Best Innovation category. Okay, the other one for the competition category, this is category for the student learning innovation poster competition. And this competition is open to all active students, diploma, bachelor, or master degree, and consists of 3 to 5 people per group or maybe per project. You can submit the result of capstone project maybe, or project-based learning, or the other result of the your student work in the poster format. This is the specification for the poster, and the file are submitted via this link. So for the topic in student learning innovation poster competition, you can choose this one, the student experience in outcome-based education, about ethical use of AI for student learning, about active learning from student perspective, about industry and community-based student project, about digital literacy, numeracy, and AI literacy for students, meaningful of learning management system and learning technology, or about student innovation for sustainable learning impact. For the selected participant, will display their poster at the main event in Impact Edu 2026 And there is awarding for the best paper, the best poster, I'm sorry, and you can have a certificate and cash prize. Okay, how about the timeline? So this webinar is kick-off of the Impact Edu 2026. So after the webinar, we open to registration for the poster and learning innovation showcase. You can submit from 11th of June until 10th of July for the submission deadline. And after that, we will review process until to 24 July. And for the announcement of selection result, it at 30th of July. And after that, we open for the registration for the selected innovation. This is from 3 of August until 15th of August. And the main event of Impact Edu will deliver at 9th of September 2026. Okay, and this is for the registration fee about the competition for teaching and learning innovation showcase for the student learning innovation poster competition. And there is two prize based on local or international participant. You can see the specification in here maybe. Okay, what the facility and what the notes about the each prize. And thank you for the time. All about information about Impact Edu, you can see in the website BPA Telkom University, and maybe you can contact me in a WhatsApp. Okay, thank you for your time. Good morning all. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you so much to Dr. Erna Ikmawati for the informative explanation regarding the Showcase Innovation Competition. FYI, we have a presentation for today's event and will be shown after the announcement session. So to all participants, please stay tuned. And now we are moving on to our next announcement. We will now hear an explanation regarding the International Conference and InnoSphere competition. We are honored to invite Head of Postgraduate Affairs at Telkom University. Please welcome Dr. Andi Hasan Al-Hussein.
Hello, good morning. So today I will inform to all of you about our event, part of Impact Edu. We call it InnoSphere 2026. So this presentation will explain about definition, benefits, objective, and the timeline of our event. So the first one is what is InnoSphere? So the definition of our activities. So InnoSphere is an innovative focused program of the Impact Edu 2026 International Conference. So it serves as an interactive platform where the participant, like the postgraduate, especially postgraduate, like master and doctoral students, educators, and researchers, they will present their showcase creative technology-driven solution and ideas designed to transform the future of education. And InnoSphere bridges ideation, collaboration, and real-world impact. So in InnoSphere, we have four value in our activity. So the first one is innovation showcase. So the participant demonstrate the prototypes, tools, or concept, or maybe models that address real educational challenges. And the ideation forum, the collaborative session where ideas are pitched, discussed, and refined with peers and mentors. And next is innovation competition. Their projects are evaluated by expert judges and for creativity, feasibility, and educational impact. And the last one is the cross-sector dialogue. There are engagement between academia, industry, and policy actors to co-create future education solution. So what the benefits and objective are in InnoSphere 2026? We have 6 benefits and objectives. The first one is the benefits. In a spare, you will get the benefits of the platform to present and validate innovative educational ideas, direct access to mentors, innovators, and academic collaborators. And you will get to the certificates and official recognition for innovation contribution, competitive awards for the most impactful and creative projects, opportunity to develop ideas into real-world pilot programs, and the last is visibility among international education and technology stakeholders. So our objective, the first is cultivate a culture of innovation among educators and students, accelerate the development of AI-powered educational tools, provide a launchpad for scalable, impactful education solution, foster interdisciplinary collaboration across field and institution, and connect innovators with stakeholders who can drive the implementation to the society. And the last is contribute practical breakthrough to the OBE and AI in education landscape. So who will be available in InnoSpare event? So the first is postgraduate student, active master S2 or doctoral S3 student, and maybe lecturer or researchers like lecturer, researcher, or education practitioners from any institution. I will be highlight our event in InnoSpare is special for postgraduate student. And the last is timeline and key dates from InnoSpare. It same like Impact Edu, the registration open in 11 of June 2026, submission deadline 10 of July 2026. Selection announcement 30 of July 2026, revision and registration 15 of August 2026, slide submission the 1st of September 2026, and the conference day from InnoSpare is the 9th of September 2026. So join with our event, and as a researcher, maybe you can be innovator too, or maybe both. So keep the date 9th of September and join with InnoSpare 2026. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you so much, Dr. Andi Hasan Al-Hussein, for the comprehensive explanation. And now, last but definitely not least, we have one more exciting announcement for all of you. We will now hear an explanation regarding the hackathon competition. We are honored to invite Mr. Pratama Azmi from the hackathon team to share all the important details.
Okay. Okay, is my voice loud and clear?
Yes, Mr.
Okay, thank you. Okay, maybe I'm going to start right now. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Hackathon 2026, Securing Tomorrow, Innovating Trust, Delivering Impact, powered by Telkom University and Kaspersky. Our vision this year is relatively simple, with the hashtag taking you from ideas to impact. Next slide, please. So what exactly is this hackathon? This is a premier skills-based competition where students from across the globe team up to build working tech prototypes for real-world cybersecurity and digital trust challenges. It is designed for both beginners and advanced problem solvers to collaborate and solve real-world problems. And there would be 3 main tracks. The first one, making digital payment safer. The second one, designing smart systems where AI fights automated threats. And the third one, create security solutions that real people can actually understand and use. Next slide, please. Our core objectives for this competition are to provide you with networking and professional development, give you a space for innovation and ideas testing, and ultimately guide you through the new product creation and design. Next slide, please. So who can join? Who are we looking for? Our target participants are global active students. Next slide, please. The core of this competition is all about building applications to solve real-world problems in the critical areas of cybersecurity and digital trust. And we want you to get your hands dirty and build solutions that actually work. Next slide, please. So what are the problems are we discussing right now? The participants will get hands-on experience across 3 dynamic tracks. You and your team will have to choose one and only one track. The first track is secure digital payments and fintechs. As we know, Southeast Asia is one of the fastest growing fintech regions, and we have witnessed a fast adoption of digital payment scheme. In Indonesia specifically, the implementation of quick response called Indonesian standard, or as we know, QRIS, e-wallets and bank transfers has been spreading across the nation. However, cybersecurity threats have also spread out. So building safer, smarter ways for people to pay and manage money in a rapidly growing digital world is mandatory. The second track is AI versus AI cyber defense. As we know, AI-driven attacks are rising. We know deepfakes, automated phishing, password crackings, and many cyber attacks have become larger in scale and faster as technology continues to evolve. However, AI can also strengthen our cybersecurity defenses by designing smart systems where AI actively fights and defends against automated AI cyber threats. And the last track is human-centric security. As we know, tech alone is not enough. People are the weakest links in the cybersecurity chain. In a study conducted by Kaspersky in 2023, 64% of all cyber incidents 2 years prior were caused by human error. Thus, creating intuitive tools that positively influence everyday user behavior to reduce cybersecurity risks are a challenge that needs to be addressed. Next slide, please. So please, mark your calendars. Here is the roadmap from the start to the finals. The first one is open registration from June 15 to June 30, 2026. You should gather your team of 3 to 5 members. The registration is free and submit your best idea. The second step, administrative selection announcement at July the 1st, 2026. We will announce the list of participants who have the best ideas based on the competition tracks. The step 3, submission until July 17th, 2026. You should code your core application independently and then submit your proof of concept. At the step 4 is notification of shortlisting at August the 3rd, 2026, in which the judges will review the submission document and the top 10 teams will be announced. The last step, or step 5, face-to-face hackathon at September the 9th, 2026. At this one-side final stage, participants will complete their final submissions and deliver a project presentation before the judging panel. Next slide, please. So, do you remember what I said before? Who are we looking for? Our target participants are global active students, right? And how are the details? So let's quickly cover the general terms and conditions. The eligibility, this competition is open to active university students in diploma and bachelor's degree programs. For the team composition, teams must have 3 to 5 students from the same university. And the registration, its team can only participate in one track and must pass all the selection process. At the hackathon day, the finalists will advance to an intense hour on-site final. And please note that transportation and accommodation will not be provided by the organizer. So please plan accordingly. Next slide, please. So how do you enter? You should visit our official competition chat later during the open registration period at 15th of June. So right now, please gather your team, brainstorm your approach, and carefully select the track that your team is most passionate about. And please follow our Instagram at TellYouHackathon for further information and don't miss the chance. Next slide, please. And this is the final slide. The challenge is set, and the only question left is, will you accept the challenge? From ideas to impact. Thank you for your attention. That's it from me.
Okay, thank you so much to Mr. Pratama Azmi for the explanation. What an incredible session we've had today before we officially close. Today we were privileged to hear two amazing keynote sessions. And we also have information about several upcoming competition as part of Impact Edu 2026, the Showcase Innovation International Conference, InnoSpare and Hackathon competition. We hope all you are ready to participate. And this is the presentation, and you can scan the barcode that was shown with our commit, and all participants will receive an certificate that will be sent directly to your registered email. So keep an eye on your inbox for the certificate, and stay connected and up to date with all things Impact Edu 2026 by following our official set channels in Instagram at bpa.telkomuniversity and website bpa.telkomuniversity.ac.id/impactedu. Don't miss any update and exciting event are coming your way. On behalf of the entire organizing committee, we would like to express our deepest gratitude to our amazing speakers, Associate Professor Maria Jacinta Arquisola and Mr. Arif Suseno, and of course to all of you, our wonderful participants today. Before we close, we would also like to apologize if there were any shortcomings or imperfections throughout today's event. Thank you for your time, your energy, and your enthusiasm. We hope today's session has been truly meaningful and inspiring for all of you. That's all for today. See you next time in the event of Impact Edu 2026. And for me, wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Is quiet but not complete. Your laughter lingers in the sheets. The morning light feels cold and white without your voice here by my side. I tell myself I'm doing fine, but truth is something hard to find. The world goes on, but I still stay inside the words I didn't say. I still need you like the air I breathe, through the highs and lows, the in-between. Even left a trace along the floor, a fading breath that said no more. The day grew pale without your sound, and nothing felt as bound. I tried to hold the spots you stayed, but all of them decayed. After you went quiet, the world fell out of sight. The colors lost their fight, and nothing turned out right. After you went quiet, I faded into the night. Your shadow lingers on the door, a shape I can't ignore. You said you needed space to breathe, but now I only grieve. I thought that the silence might bring peace, but it won't ever cease. So after you went quiet, the world fell out of sight. The colors lost their fight, and nothing turned out right. After you went quiet, I fade into the night. Maybe love can't always stay, no matter what we pray. After you went quiet, my heart lost all its light. Though I still try to write, you're gone beyond the night. After you went quiet, I fade into the night. After you went quiet,
You found me in a fragile place and brought a calm across my face. You didn't speak a single line, yet everything aligned. Your presence slowly made me see a future meant to be. Into your light I fall, where shadows lose their call. You left the drifting wall and catch me through it all. Into your light I fall, you're where my heart stands tall.
you hold the parts I try to hide, a subtle truth I can't divide. You turn the fading days around with just a simple sound.
You bring a hope that feels so clear whenever you are near. Into your light I fall, where shadows lose their call. You lift the drifting wall and catch me through it all. Into your light I fall, you're where my heart stands tall.
Maybe love writes this song so we can truly grow.
Into your light I fall, a love that stands through all. No matter what leads through, you're where my heart recalls. You're where my heart recalls.
shade spills across the sky.